Yep,
Ed, you
that
know
was
what
a
time it is.
disgruntled. It's top 10. Top 10 time. All right, guys, our top 10 for today on our podcast.
We're going based off. We're doing a little bit of Last of Us season 2.
Yeah, we're going to go away from games for our top 10 for this top 10 or this episode. Top 10 TV shows that started strong but ended terribly.
And we will get that word salad better for the SEO.
Maybe. All right, Grant. It's your turn to go first.
Is it my turn to go first?
What?
What? What'd I say?
I don't know what the hell you said.
All right. My number 10, that 70s show.
Yeah.
That show was great, right? But when Eric's character went off to college or whatever, left the show, it just went downhill because then they started focusing on 𝐾𝐨𝐧'𝐭 and like 𝐾𝐨𝐧'𝐭 was always like, that's �ashton Kutcher. His character and what the other guy, Danny Masterson or whatever, he's in prison now, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But like they were just perfect side characters, But when they try to make them main characters and stuff like that, it just wasn't the same. Like you can tell, like even though like Topher Grace wasn't like a big actor, he hadn't done like a ton of stuff, he made that show, like, you know what I mean? Like Eric Foreman was, because he was always like the clean cut guy, and they always try to rope him into doing drugs and shit like that. So it made it funny. But when he left, it was kind of like it was just like the missing piece. You know what I mean? Like it was just weird.
Yeah.
The last couple seasons were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a show I could rewatch at least the first few seasons again.
Mm-hmm.
It was that good. All right. My number 10, Grant, might be a little controversial.
Okay.
But House of Cards.
Okay.
House of Cards. So, Kevin Spacey's removal for the final season, he got it. He had all those sex crimes against him, but he later was found not guilty.
Yeah.
Last year. Regardless how you think about him. Kevin Spacey's removal from that show for the final season, the show was dead.
Yeah.
Like it was just lackluster. It was just, he was the key for that show, and you could tell for the last season. Yep. But regardless of what you think about him, he did a fantastic job in that show.
Yeah.
And as before you found out about all his sexcapades or whatever they are.
Yep.
All right.
And my number 9 was House of Cards.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's a great.
So go to number 8. Go to number 8.
Well, I got to do 9.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I'm sorry. I keep getting that. You went first. I went first. Just shut up and go.
Don't skip me. All right. So this is a good one. Number 9 is 2.5 Men.
Yes.
You remember that? Dude,
yep.
Charlie Sheen was fucking hilarious,
good.
Dude.
He was good.
So good.
Him and so I don't care about Jonathan Cryer's political. I don't give a shit about all that. I'm talking about because I'm the type of person who can separate character from person. Like I just am. Like like somebody could be a shitty person in real life but have a great character. Like that's just I can do that. Yeah. So him and Charlie Sheen had way better character than him and Ashton Kutcher. Yeah. Ashton Kutcher's whole like thing was just like, oh, I'm a billionaire tech guy, whatever, and I bought the house or whatever, and you could still live here or some stupid shit or whatever. Like it just didn't have the same.
Yeah,
because Charlie Sheen's whole thing was
you knew who Charlie Sheen was.
Well, yeah, but his whole thing in the show was
be anybody else.
His whole thing was I'm a womanizer. All I do is hook up with women and stuff like that. Like that was his thing. Yeah. And they try to do that with Ashton Kutcher, but with like, but I'm a little bit more respectful. You know what I mean? I'm a little bit more respectful. And it just didn't have the same as it.
Yeah, his exit and then the bad writing for the last few seasons just lost interest. Yeah. All right, Grant, go ahead.
Number 8, True Blood. Remember True Blood?
Yeah, great show for a while.
Great show. And the finale was doo-doo.
It was garbage.
Yeah.
What's up with HBO, bro? Like
I don't know, man. I got some more HBO in here.
Yeah, me too. Something about their final seasons of things, they just can't get it together.
Yeah.
But anyway, so my number 8 is that 70s show. So we can
Okay.
continue. Yeah.
All right. Let me move on up here.
Number 7.
Number 7. Number 7, Heroes, man. I liked
Yeah,
Heroes.
dude. I loved Heroes.
It was great. And then it got really weird. Like, the later seasons were like just really convoluted and like just
Season 1 was perfect.
Oh yeah,
It was
no, it
a
was great.
perfect show. It was
Yep.
like, holy shit, we got
Yep.
our new Lost, right?
And then it just kind of declined.
But it declined after the first season.
Yep.
Like it was over and done. And they wrapped it up pretty quickly.
Yep.
My number 7, Grant, is the Roseanne show. ABC reboot.
Yep. Yep.
So that you take the main reason everybody watches the show is Roseanne and her, I guess, personality with her family members, especially John Goodman, right?
Yeah.
That's why the original back in the day was so popular.
Yep.
But you remove her and then you make the Connors.
Yeah, because the reason why the show was so popular. The reason why that show was so popular was because it was very relatable to the common family. That's kind of basically how the common family was, Of course, people who don't know, she got in quote unquote trouble for saying political
She's a comedian.
Yeah. And so what did they do? They didn't like it. And here's the thing. Is none of the cast members had a problem with it. Like Laurie Metcalf.
I mean, with her for years.
Yeah.
Everybody
John Goodman.
knows
Nobody was up in arms about it, except the producers were up in arms about it. So what did they do? They made her have a drug addiction overdose and die.
When this show came back, it was Trump's first term, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And everyone lost their shit.
Yeah.
Everything was political. You said anything positive about Trump.
So that's how they killed. But that's how they killed her off. Was like in a drug addiction way. Like she was a pain pill addict or some shit. Like, is this what? Like, come on.
So yeah, Roseanne was a big one for me.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
What number are we on?
6.
6.
Yeah, 6.
6. All right. So this is one of my favorite shows of all time. Yeah, I love this show. It's How I Met Your Mother. I love this show, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Barney Stinson. Say what you want about Neil Patrick Harris. Barney Stinson is my favorite. I go for Stinson. I love Barney Stinson. Like I love Patrick
Harris too. I think he's funny, dude.
Dude, his character is so great, dude. That character is the best character. It's my favorite character. I love it. But what happened was it was very good up until the rushed last couple seasons. They started rushing relationships, and it was supposed to be how he met his mother. Well, he met his mother at the wedding or whatever like that, but at the end, they rushed, like the mother quote unquote died, and like Ted Mosby has always been in love with Robin. Like that was like the whole, like from episode 1, that was his thing, whatever.
Yeah.
And they could never work it out. They tried and it didn't ever work or whatever. But anyway, he meets the mother or whatever. They have kids or whatever, and she ends up dying of cancer or whatever. And he still ends up with Robin. Like, so I mean, it was like they didn't have to have Robin could have been the mother. Like, what was the point of that? You know what I mean? Like, what was the whole? I guess they were trying to do it like the whole long lost love thing, but it just everybody wanted him with Robin because that's who he always clicked with or whatever.
Okay, so my number 6, Grant, was Heroes.
Okay,
and my number 5 was True Blood. So you do your number 5 and 4.
Okay. Number 5 is, let me find it. Where's my list? Number 5 is The Sopranos. The Sopranos was one of the greatest shows of all time. It's one of the greatest shows of all time.
Yep.
That last episode, man, is like they wanted it to be symbolism or whatever. I don't know. Everybody's probably saying like, "Oh, well, Tony got killed." Well, maybe, but it's just how they had it. Like, it'd have been different if they had like, I don't know, some closure of like, because this is the one that just went dark. Like he's talking, he's like, "Hey, forget about it," and it just goes black. And so people want to interpret like he got killed, he got assassinated or whatever. It's just so weird. Like I hate when people do that. Like they take masterpieces and this is the shit that they have. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like that's what I hate the most.
That's a good take though. I didn't think it was The Sopranos. I just thought it was excellent all the way through. Really.
No, it was good. I just didn't like, man, that the way they ended that last season, man. I don't know, man. The next one is Dexter.
Dexter, okay.
Yeah. It was really good, man. But the ending, it had this like weird
That
lumberjack
fucking
ending.
the original Dexter,
Yeah.
the ending was just shit
Yeah. Like
and
remember, like there's like a
famously bad.
yeah, like like this had this whole lumberjack guy or whatever. Like it was just terrible, man.
Yeah. My number 4 is The Walking Dead.
Yep. That's my number 4 as well.
Number 4, Walking Dead.
Yep.
So listen, man, like, don't get me wrong. I like Negan for like a little while, but I didn't like that they made him that they tried to hold on to him,
Yeah.
and make him turn him into
A good guy, like a
kind of like a
sympathetic
good
character.
guy now, pretty much what he is,
Yeah.
especially in the new stuff. I don't like that turn. Like they should have killed him and be done with it. But like some of the characters got kind of overplayed. I mean, I like. Don't get me wrong. I like all the characters up to the time, but eventually you just got character fatigue,
Yeah.
and they just kind of prolonged a lot of the stories and some really stupid bad guys they added even after Negan.
My favorite character was Rosita because she's Latina and she's hot, and I love Latinas.
Yeah, she was awesome.
Um,
Daryl was always my favorite
Daryl was cool.
character. Yeah, Daryl was always one of my
Here's the
favorites.
thing. So it started out with everybody being a sympathetic character. You know what I mean? Like you kind of felt sorry for. Like, remember Herschel, old
Yep.
man, one leg, saved him from being infected, stuff like that.
Hmm.
But the plot just got this. Like I liked the whole governor, like the governor ish, like that thing, the
Yeah.
whole thing, whatever. It's where he met Michonne and all that or whatever. But it just kind of got the plot was the same. They find a new place. It gets overran. They have to find a new place. It gets
They're trying to
overran. They have to
hold
find a
on
new place.
to certain like bad guy
Yeah.
characters. Negan.
I think it went south when they killed Glenn. And because they didn't just kill Glenn. They killed like 5 main characters, like right there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What was that guy with the red hair,
Yeah,
mustache,
yeah,
beard?
yeah.
I liked his character for a while.
Yeah.
They killed him,
Yeah.
but yeah, they really messed up towards the end there. And I watched the new Daryl Dixon, which it's okay. A new spinoff of that. Fear of the Walking Dead was pretty good. At
Yeah,
least
that was
the
good.
first few seasons were really good. And
Who was I tell you who I did like, and I don't even know what happened to him. I don't know if he died or if cause he kept being in like 17 different episodes. The black dude with the stick. He ended up, remember his son got killed at the beginning and then he came back
yeah, he
later.
was in Fear of the Walking Dead.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah. So
Yeah.
I can't remember what was his name.
I can't remember. But he ended up dying in the main show because Fear of the Walking Dead is before, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm pretty sure he died in the main show or he left or something. I can't remember.
I mean, they start killing off everybody. Carl got killed. All of them.
Yeah, Carl. I didn't really like Carl.
Yeah, he was annoying. I was just like,
yeah.
all right, cool. Yes.
Yeah. Thank God. About damn time.
I know.
I like Rick's character, but again, that got overplayed for a while. Like his personality shifts going from redemption back to being a fucking shitty person, back to redemption. It just got kind of played out. All right, yeah, that's my number 4. Go ahead, Grant.
Number 3. It's Lost.
Yeah. All right, so hold on.
Go ahead.
My number 3 is How You Met Your Mother, and my number 2 is Lost.
Okay.
So, but yeah, Lost was
we'll talk about it.
Lost was great because you didn't know what the island was. Everyone had their, purgatory and all that stuff,
Yeah.
or other things.
The not knowing was what made it cool.
The not knowing what, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But then, like, it got just, I don't know.
But I don't know.
Really
it's like, but it's kind of like,
weird.
but then the like, it started getting to the end. You still didn't know a lot of stuff. Like you still didn't get to figure out all the, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and you could tell. I think that was their last few years of Lost. They were kind of like, I think that's one of the many writing strikes happened. I think when the writers went on strike. I think that was part of that time because I remember a lot of shows getting ruined because of that. But yeah, Lost was so good for so long, and then it just lost its magic.
Yep.
Too many like unanswered questions still today.
Morgan,
A lot
that
of
was his
things.
name. Morgan, the black guy with the stick.
Yeah, Morgan.
That
Yeah,
was it.
yeah, Morgan.
All right. So number 2, these two are neck and neck. I think one has a little bit of advantage over the other, but you're going to agree with me when I tell you this. Number 2 is The Office.
Yeah,
Number 2 is The Office, hands down, hands down. When Michael Scott left, so did the show. I'm sorry. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Dwight's a great guy. I mean, his character was fantastic, but he was like that whole part where they kept
all the characters' interactions revolving around what's his name, Steve
Carell.
Steve Carell's character. Like
I hated that.
Funny because of their interactions with him.
They kept bringing in, like when they brought in Robert California and they brought in Will Ferrell's character, and his was funny, but it wasn't the same. Like he didn't have none of those guys had the comedic timing for that character. You know what I mean?
Like the awkwardness.
Yeah.
Of his
character. Like the Benihana Christmas is probably one of my favorite episodes where he's like,
God, dude.
They bring the two girls back from Benihana to the Christmas party.
I love when he's trying to talk about that racist episode when he's trying to give his spill. He ends up just saying a bunch of racist shit throughout the entire episode.
No, Prison Mike, where he puts on he's like the Dementors. They're outside the prison.
That's such a great show,
dude. After he left, so that show was bad. And because they try to replace him with that chick, the dark, like the British chick, and she just I hated her character. Yeah, it was bad, man. And it just wasn't as funny. Like Dwight's character was good, and they try to turn him into like you know what I mean? Like they try to make him the main character. You could tell. Yeah. But his interactions with Jim was what made it the best, and they try to make him like friendly. You know what I mean? Like good friends each other. And I get at the end when he gets married or whatever, you know, they're friends. But I'm just saying, like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, man. I hated that they did that.
Yeah, Lost was good into the 3rd or 4th season, Prepared Artist said. Yep.
What was your number 2?
My number 2 was...
Oh, you said it was
Lost, right?
Yeah. All right, then. Number 1 is probably your number 1, too. It is Game of Thrones. Fucking Game of Thrones. Now here's the thing: is Game of Thrones
makes me mad
great
talking about it.
Season 7, the most hyped season, and I'm gonna tell you where it went. I'm gonna tell you exactly where it went south. So for 4 seasons, they hyped up the Night King. I'm talking about like, oh boy, this motherfucker is bad. I'm talking about every time they showed him, every time they showed scenes over the wall, and he had an army, right? You remember he had an army, right? All right. So what happens? What happens in the Winterfell? Like Daenerys shows up, and boy, she's now, you know, the queen or whatever, quote unquote the queen, and she's got an army. She's got all the fucking, what are those guys? Dragon, everything, right?
Yeah.
All right. Now the tightest thing. Yeah, that's it. That's what I mean. She has hundreds of thousands of them, and she's got the ones that she freed the slaves, and all these other people, and she's got Grey Worm. And I'm talking about she's just fucking stacked, right?
Yeah.
Well, what happens? That scene. Now I'll tell you what. The tightest scene I've ever seen, right, is when the Dothraki take their hands and they light up their swords, right? I'm talking about, I mean, it was fucking, you're like, oh, fuck. It's about to go down, right? All right. So you're excited. The music's hyped up. Or first of all, this episode's dark as shit. Like you cannot see anything. I'll never forget.
Over it.
Yes. Yeah. Like you couldn't see nothing. So the Dothraki charge in, right, with their swords, and they're immediately killed. Like that, like they were thrown to the side like it was nothing. And I was like, oh my God, they did not hype this up like this and just have them go out like that, right?
Yeah.
So in one episode, so for 4 seasons, they hyped up the Night King. And in one episode, the girl kills him. Like, no, sir. Like there should have, That's right there was when I knew this season was in very big trouble.
Man, that's not even where they fucked up. I mean, I agree with you there, but like the hype of Jon Snow
Yeah.
being a Targaryen. You finally figure out he's, and he's the something that was promised, right?
Yeah,
The fucking
the king that
prophecy,
was
whatever.
promised or whatever it
Yeah.
was.
And the hype of him, I was like, holy shit, is he going to get his own dragon? What kind of like how that, there's gonna be a final showdown between him and the Night King. I mean, that was what everyone was looking for, right? Like that was
exactly. I think
everyone thought it was gonna be Jon Snow
versus the Night King,
prince that was promised, versus the Night King, because of how Dance of, or what is it, not the Dance of Dragon? What's the prophecy? I forget what they call it.
I can't remember.
The Song of Ice and Fire.
Yeah.
So you're thinking the ice is Jon Snow, right? Or whatever, or the vice versa. He's the flame, the Night King's the ice. Whatever you want to, however you want to like talk about that.
And all he did was throw old girl the dagger, like, and then she like karate kicked it or some shit. Like, it was just it was so bad, man. It was so bad. Like that you waited 4 seasons
for so much. It killed seasons upon seasons.
You waited 4 seasons for this battle, and this is what you get, and it killed it in 1 episode.
And then making Bran
the worst character. Like, you should have just made Hodor the king.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Jon Snow going off into where he likes to be, okay, with his wolf ghost. Cool. But I was thinking, come on.
And then you killed Daenerys for what? For what?
Jon Snow killed fucking Daenerys.
Exactly. For what? That's what I'm saying. Like, what was the purpose of it? Just because she wanted to be queen? She had all rights to be the queen.
She didn't technically murder an entire fucking city.
Well, who cares? Fucking, she's hot. Sometimes, but like, when you're hot, you get away with things.
The reason why you have a fucking King's Landing, even if it was torn to shit, is because Jon Snow killed fucking Daenerys.
Yeah.
So he made this step, and they were like, "No, we're going to make this kid that
we're going to make this crippled kid over here that nobody even
fucking
sees.
Worthless." His future, like he could see the future and he knew what was going to happen, but he was like fucking worthless.
Yeah, he's in his wheelchair. He looks like, what's his name? The physicist guy?
Stephen Hawking.
Yeah, his eyes roll back in the head. He turns into Stephen Hawking.
That's fucked up, dude.
But I'm saying that's what they made him do. I was just like, man,
I hate it.
I hated that, man. I hated Bran. Like, they should have just made him like just a sympathetic character. But they try to make him all mysterious because he could see the future.
Tyrion still, I mean, they ended his fucking, like, he becomes what?
Hand of the king or some shit.
Well, again.
Or whatever. I don't know. At this point, I don't even remember.
God, that was fucking horrible. Hopefully House of Dragons, like, I mean, it's going to be a wild ending because I know what happens, because I know what the Dance of Dragons, like, all the shit, what happens to everyone, but hopefully they don't fuck it up.
And then don't you remember they had like Starbucks cups everywhere in the show? Like, like, it was just so fucking, God, man. That's the epitome of taking a great show. Here's the thing is, The Office, I understand, because one of your best characters left the show.
Yeah.
There's nothing you can do about that.
But they had everyone.
Yeah. This had everybody still.
They didn't nobody left any characters.
Yeah.
That I can think of.
They should have just brought back was it Sean Bean's character? Just back from the dead.
Man, that dude got killed a lot back then.
Every time he's in a movie, he's either going to jail or he's getting killed.
Sean Bean. All right. So that was the top 10.
Top 10.
That was our top 10.
All right.
Top 10 TV shows that started strong but ended terribly.
Terribly.
Game of Thrones, number 1.
All right.